Maharashtra is heading into an election unlike any that the state has witnessed in over a decade. This time around, there are 6 political parties in the fray. We've got 2 national parties, that's the BJP and the Congress, and then we've got 4 regional parties, which are the 2 Shiv Senas as well as the 2 NCPs. We've got the Uddhav Thackeray-led Shiv Sena as well as the Eknath Shinde-led Shiv Sena. On the NCP front, we've got the Ajit Pawar-led NCP as well as his uncle Sharad Pawar's NCP. Over 4,000 candidates, including rebels as well as independents, will be contesting, of course, from other parties as well, which include BBA, AIMIM, as well as MNS. The battle in the state's 6 regions are key to its outcome. There are several issues and factors which will also have a bearing on the final results. However, as we speak, campaigning is in full swing and campaigners will have to contend with several issues like the Maratha quota crisis, infrastructure bottlenecks, as well as the farmers' issues, which is the onion, grape, as well as the sugarcane farmers. Now, as corporation elections haven't happened in a long time, there'll be several civic issues which will also take center stage in urban areas. In North Maharashtra, all the major political parties in the 2 alliances, Mahayuti and MVA, are contesting for fewer seats than they did in the 2019 assembly polls, except the Congress, which is contesting 15 seats, the same number it contested in 2019. However, BJP, which had bagged the maximum number of seats in the 5 districts of North Maharashtra, has fielded 21 candidates this time as compared to 26 earlier. Onion farmers, whose anger was evident during the Lok Sabha elections, are still not happy. Water shortage is still a talking point, and the tribal community's concerns are yet to be addressed. Some key battles in areas like Yeola, Shirdi, as well as Karjat Jamkhed will also be closely monitored. All eyes will be on NCP Minister Chhagan Bhujbal, who will look to retain his seat in Yeola. In Shirdi, BJP's Radha Krishna Vikhe Patil hopes to win the seat after his son Sujay's Lok Sabha poll defeat. In Karjat Jamkhed, Sharad Pawar's grandnephew Rohit Pawar will take on BJP's Ram Shinde. Western Maharashtra, which houses regions like Kolhapur, Solapur, Satara, Pune, have been grappling with infrastructure challenges, issues faced by sugarcane farmers, as well as overall agrarian distress. In the upcoming elections, all eyes will be on the second round of the Pawar versus Pawar battle in Baramati. In Kagal, it's a high-profile battle as NCP's Hassan Mushrif will face NCP-SCP's Samarjit Singh Ghadge, who's connected to the Kolhapur royal family. In Karad South, former CM Prithviraj Chavan is in the fray. In Pune city, Kothur and Kasba battles will be important to watch out for. In Kothur, Cabinet Minister Chandrakant Patil, termed as an outsider in 2019 polls, will look to retain BJP's strongest seat, and in Kasba, the party will look to regain lost ground breached by Congress's Ravinder Dhangekar in the 2023 by-poll. For decades now, the Mumbai region, that's Mumbai as well as the Mumbai suburban districts, have been a stronghold of the undivided Shiv Sena. Now, the Marathi versus the non-Marathi narrative is also likely to be a poll issue during this election. There are several key battles to watch out for in the region. In Worli, UBT Shiv Sena's Aditya Thackeray will take on Shinde Shiv Sena's Milind Deora. In Mahim, Raj Thackre's son Amit Thackeray is in the fray against incumbent MLA Sada Sarvankar. In Bandra West, sitting MLA Ashish Sherar faces Congress's Asif Zagaria again, who lost to him in 2019. Three-time Congress MLA Amin Patel will face off against Shiv Sena's Shaina NC. In Anushakti Nagar, Nawab Malik's daughter Sana Malik from Ajit Pawar-led NCP is up against Fawad Ahmad from NCP SP. And in Thane, Eknath Shinde will face off against Shiv Sena UBT candidate Kedar Dighe, who is the nephew of late Anand Dighe. Clara Lewis is here with the analysis of the region.
The Mumbai metropolitan region, spread over 5 districts, is a rupees 12 lakh crore economy today, employing 10 million people. It has 65 assembly seats, and winning these seats is crucial not just to form the government in Maharashtra, but also to lay a claim to Mumbai. Despite strong opposition from the BJP, the NCP Ajit Pawar faction has nominated Nawab Malik from the Shivaji Nagar Mankud Assembly seat. The Mahayuti is highlighting the completion of various mega infrastructure projects as its achievements in the last 2 years, while it claims to form the next government in Maharashtra. In Mumbai, the Dharavi redevelopment project and the subsequent transfer of Solpan lands and other government lands to the Dharavi Redevelopment Project Private Limited has created much controversy and has become an important issue as residents of other areas resist the relocation of Dharavi residents to their neighborhoods.
It's going to be a high voltage battle in Marathwada as BJP will be contesting for 20 out of the 46 seats in the region. In fact, the region has been an epicenter of Maratha protests steered by activist Manoj Jarange. The Marathwada region, comprising districts of Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, Beed, Hingoli, Jalna, Latur, Nanded, Osmanabad and Parbhani, it's a battle between NCP rivals in Parli of Beed district. Here, NCP Minister Dhananjay Munde is contesting against Raja Saheb Deshmukh of NCP-SCP. Late CM Vilasrao Deshmukh's sons, Dheeraj and Amit Deshmukh, will be fighting for repeat wins in Latur, and in Bhokar, former CM and BJP Rajya Sabha member Ashok Chavan's daughter Srijaya will make her poll debut. The fate of the Congress and the BJP will hinge on how the cotton belt of Vidarbha will vote. Abhishek Chaudhary is here with a detailed analysis of the Vidarbha as well as the Konkan region.
When it comes to issues that matter to Vidarbha, agrarian crisis is at the top of the list. Vidarbha is unfortunately known for the maximum farmer suicides, and that is why issues related to getting the right price for their crops and also compensation when it comes to natural disasters is something that the farmers are looking for. And when it comes to the youth, issues of unemployment, mass migration to bigger cities like Mumbai for jobs, that is a concern for the youth as well. When it comes to the political power play here, you see that the biggest leaders for both the parties, Congress and BJP, come from Vidarbha. The biggest name for BJP, Deputy Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis, is contesting from Nagpur Southwest. And again, then you have the State Cabinet Minister Sudhir Mungantiwar from Chandrapur. You have BJP's party president of Maharashtra, Chandrasekhar Bawankule, contesting from Kamptee. So all these big names from BJP are in play from Vidarbha. Same goes for Congress. Their state president Nana Patole, the leader of opposition Mr. Vijay Wadettiwar, the biggest Dalit face for Congress in Maharashtra, Nitin Raut, they are all from Vidarbha. That is why it's these two parties will ultimately decide who holds the entire fiefdom here in Vidarbha. In contrast to Vidarbha, Konkan is not about the national parties. It's about regional parties, and very specifically, it's about Shiv Sena. It's about which of the two Senas prevails over the other. Uddhav Thackeray led one or Eknath Shinde led one. And that is where the battle of survival, the battle of political legacy is at stake here. Yes, there is a presence of NCP as well, because around Raigad you have Sunil Tatkare, who's aligned with Ajit Pawar faction, does have a presence. So these 39 seats in Konkan region, excluding Mumbai of course, these 39 seats are mostly about Shiv Sena factions vying for political legacy, vying for political credibility. And that is why it's important for all of them to make sure that they get their candidates right, that they get their entire caste dynamics right as well.
With about 9.7 crore voters, over 1 lakh polling stations and 288 assembly constituencies, Maharashtra is all set to go to polls on November 20th. Grab a copy of the Times of India for all the latest news and updates, or you can visit our website for all the latest information. Goodbye and thank you for watching.